Hey guys, today I am posting an update video for the shed. Actually, I don't think I've posted any videos about the shed, but this is the do-it-yourself shed that my husband worked on this year. Every year we do a project. This was this year's project. You can see here, I used 6x6 for the main supports on the front and the back. It is not cemented in the ground, so that's the reason for the 6x6s, plus the 6x6s just give it a really nice look. The support beams are 2x6s. I'll put a materials list down below. There's support beams here in the front, but then on each of the outsides there are also support beams, and that was to keep it square. Throughout the process, he had to continually square it up since the posts were not cemented in the ground. So a bit of a pain, but it cost a lot less than having to buy 6x6s that were much longer, and then all the cement and all that. And we wanted this to stay right under 1,000 or right near 1,000, and we were just over 1,000. I'll put all the cost of, or I guess the total from all the receipts and everything below. So first up, he put this post up. I helped him hold it up. Then he used 2x4s to nail to each side, nail or screw, I forget which. I think he screwed them. 3 2x4s to kind of stand it up so we didn't have to hold it. Did the same to this one. Then he put the brackets on, put the 6x6 on top. He said that was the biggest pain in the butt ever. He did do that by himself. I helped him with the other ones. So he got that done. Then he did, so basically he did this front archway. Then he did the back one. Then once he got the back one done, he took 2x4s and put all around the base. And then I believe we also put some 2x4s up there on the sides as well, just to really hold it together and keep it from falling down. Then once he got that, then he started on the other posts over here, got all those in. Then he started on the supports. He did these supports and he did the back supports, but it still wasn't staying square. But as soon as he did these, right there and right there, and then there's 2 more in there. Once he did those, he didn't have any more issues with it coming unsquare. Then he did the 2x6s. They are 2x6x12s. He did cut some off because the panels for the roofing are 12 feet long, so we wanted some overhang, so he did cut those off slightly. I couldn't tell you the exact amount he cut off, but you can always judge that for yourself. Then he notched in these 2x6s and toenailed. I had him do both just because I knew he was going to be up there working on it, and I was worried about him being up there if they were just only toenailed in, which I'm sure it would have been fine, but it made me nervous. Then next up, he put 2x4s, 2x4x8s all along in here. I believe he spaced them 24 inches, I think it was. But then you can see we took some of the extra 2x4s and cut 4-inch sections and put those just to save on cost. He also used here, you can see there's one treated, but most of these are untreated. Originally, we were going to do untreated on these outside edges where the roofing hangs over. But then we ran into an issue. We had one of the 6x6s propped up on one of the supports on the other side, and the 6x6 fell down and fell across one of the 2x4x12s that we had here that was treated, and it busted it. So we have a treated one there, not treated one there, and then I can't remember if we have treated ones back there or not. I think we were going to. So I'll go ahead and show you the back as well. We did find out after the fact, when we were trying to figure out the angle of the roof, that the panels were actually designed to be put on, not subfloor. What is it used for subfloor? plywood. Yes, it's meant to be laid down on plywood. We didn't know that. That would have upped the cost, I would imagine. Because I think the last time we bought plywood, it was like, I want to say like $50 per big sheet of it. I don't know, it was pretty pricey. So if we did it over, we'd still do the 2x4s. Here's the back. My husband did take some of the scrap wood that was given to us and filled in the holes just because you could see how he likes to stack the firewood all the way to the top. I'll show you the overhang here in the back. Slight overhang. You could do more if you wanted. You just need to cut down your 2x6s a little more. Maybe not have as big of an overhang of them up here in the front. Now, I will say the cost, which was right over $1,000, did not include these sides like this scrap lumber. This was lumber that was given to us that's deemed no good from a mill. So they end up scrapping a lot of it, so we had somebody who gave us enough to do all the sides. So if you're going to do the sides, that will cost you significantly more. I'm trying to think if there's any other important information I forgot to include, but I think that's about it. You'll see there is an overhang here. My husband just has to get up there with his saw and cut that extra off. If you have any questions, just leave them down below. I'll leave the materials list. We thought this was going to be a project that could have been done in a weekend, 2 weekends. I think it ended up taking him like quite a while. I have a timeline saved, and I'll put that in the description box below as well. I think it ended up taking him about a week if he would have worked full days every day, but of course then you have weather and stuff that gets in the way, and some days he could only work a few hours instead of a full day. Thanks for watching.